doing well, thanks for asking. I just woke up from a nap. I'm glad I came on Nelly's piece, that was beautiful. But I'm sad I missed everybody else's, so hopefully someone can give me a recap later on. Before I start playing this drum here, I like telling stories. And one of my teachers taught me that in today's world, books aren't as sacred as they used to be. And our spoken word is a lot more powerful than it used to be. So it seems to be that, we're in the business of becoming storytellers, truth tellers, speaking truth with power and not being afraid of that. And so way back in history, the Creator first gave us gourds. And inside the gourds there were thousands, millions of seeds. And then there was a snake. And the snake came down the tree and saw the gourd, but had no way of using it. So the snake canvassed the desert. And this was when there weren't any but one tree around in the whole world. And canvassed the desert and found man, human itself, rising from the sands, but only in grain form. Couldn't speak, couldn't write, could only walk. So the snake directed the early human to the gourd. The human picked up the gourd and began shaking. And as the gourd began to shake, the human began to give form and strength and power, and broke the gourd into 1,000,000 little pieces and left it to Grandfather Sky. And as the seeds came back down, the first that came down was the heart. And the heart came inside the chest of this young little human. And that's our first instrument, our heartbeat. So if ever can put your hand over your heart, that's the first instrument we're ever given in life and can never be taken away. Feel what that feels like. Listen to your heart. And as the seeds continue to fall to the ground, the second one fell right down the throat of this early human. And all of a sudden the human began to sing, began to speak words, began to materialize thoughts and creativity into reality. Now just feel your throat. That's our second voice. And that's one that can never be silenced. And speak words. Say your name. But hold your throat and feel what it feels like to say your name. Feels awesome, right? No one can say your name like you. And remember that. So we have our throat, we have our voice, we have our chest, and we have our heart. And that's where the tradition of the drum comes from. That, like our brother that plays the flute here, that's the instrument of our second voice. But the drum is the beat of the heart. And so in West African tradition, where the djembe originally comes from, is that the djembes actually used to be almost twice the size of this, and they would have large bronze at the time, but now we have these metal sheaths because drums used to lead the charge in battle. That's why if you really see any social movement in the world, they'll always have drums. Because how can you march without a beat? How can you fight without your heart? So today, real quick, djembe is the world's most popular drum, especially here in the States. And it's a beautiful thing. Like most things in today's world, everything is starting to spread out. But it's whether or not the truth and history is spoken with it, and who's telling the story. So before I get started, I just want everyone to take a moment and feel your heart and feel your throat at the same time. Say your name, and then listen to your heart.
Mickey.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was funny.